service project?
Cohesiveness. How do we build that within a group? Well, it starts with avoiding groupthink. And groupthink, that's the ability to kind of go with the normals that you've done in other groups, such as divvying out certain tasks, like, hey, you do this part since that worked last time in a different group. Or saying, oh, well, this part probably works better for you. And when you tell someone to do a part and they don't have like a little bit of say in it, it creates like that person doesn't create meaning within the thing that they're participating in, and it automatically just stops ideas flowing as well. And that's what cohesiveness is about, is listening to others' ideas and also speaking up when you want to. So our group was able to do that because we created a positive environment where we're all able to put in what we thought was best for the ideas, and that way we generate. So with group cohesiveness, it's a little bit hard to get everybody going, especially with one of our members being far away in a different state and a couple of us being here in person. So with that, it's really hard to get off task and to really get things done. With our group, we're really able to accomplish that by being open to participation and being open about others' ideas as well.
So conflict arose in our group when we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do for our project. Everyone had a lot of different ideas that they were really passionate about, and so in order to come up with our final project, something that everyone could be happy with, we decided to take our favorite aspects of each of those ideas and incorporate it into one big idea. So another conflict that our group had was that we didn't have a goal for our project. We had a really great concept, but we didn't know where we wanted to take it. At first, we tried to avoid it because we thought we might be able to get by without having a goal. That is, until we had a Zoom meeting and Mrs. Klassen sat in on it and kind of pointed out that we didn't have a goal. So right after she left, we had another meeting to figure out where we wanted to take this. And luckily, after setting our goal, we actually exceeded it by way more than what we thought we would.
Now, in order to create creativity, it needs to have a couple of tactics in order to get the brain going and get different creative ideas going through our brains. And so to do so, I started off playing the day and night game with my group. I had them think of opposite words of the words that I was saying. So, for example, I said, what is the opposite of a tree? And then people brought up random words, and I said, what's the opposite of service? So then we were able to look at, oh, well, what's the opposite of what a person does in order to create service, or what could be the opposite in something that we don't want to achieve when we're trying to make something beneficial for people. And I believe that we also generated creativity when we were able to have social time within our meetings. There may have been points where we got off topic and it was being led to a new direction compared to what we originally wanted the conversation to be about. So even though we were talking about things and had little off-task conversations outside of that, we were still able to bring back, oh, well, even what we're talking about could relate to what we want to accomplish here. And I did my own version of idea making, the kind where you write down something and you pass it on along to the next person. They write down and add on to that. Since we were all online, I each gave one person 30 seconds to add on to the person who spoke before them. So I had one person speak of the idea of where they'd like to take the service project, what kinds of ways we can achieve the goal, and from there I had the person after them speak 30 seconds, and then they twisted what they saw would achieve the result, and in the end we were able to come up with the creative idea of the Instagram that was our end result.
So our final project ended up being an Instagram page that we created for incoming freshmen at Boise State. This page was a place where those incoming freshmen could ask questions and get advice about Boise State or college life in general. We covered topics from homesickness to which Greek organization should I join to what is there to do outside of Greek life, and so much more. So when we created this page, we made it a business account on Instagram, which gives you a lot more functions than a normal Instagram page would. So for example, we were able to see how many profile visits we got in over a week. So our goal was to get at least 300 people to come visit our page and see what it's about. On individual posts, you can also see how many people have saved it, how many people have shared it, and even just how many views it's had. So in order to get those views up on individual posts, each of us shared them on our personal Instagram pages so that all of our followers could also get that content, even if they weren't following the page yet.
The picture here is what our Instagram looks like. The almost 300 followers are made up from the freshman class of 24. We did so by following the freshman page and even reaching out to outside people to get more traffic. And Boise State itself, the school, followed us on Instagram, and that even helps with getting our name out as well. And from this, we are able to see that we gained almost 600 profile visits each week, and adding up to a total throughout this time over 1,800 profile views within the making of this account. This is one of our very first insights on the very first post we did. You can see here that only 3 people sent it to others, there were 5 saves and only 14 likes. This was definitely one of the lowest things, and within the next picture you'll be able to see the difference in how we increase more followers and reach it to more people. This is one of our newest posts and one of the most popular. You can see that it reached 456 people, had 8 saves, was sent to 4 people, and had 66 likes. This photo was able to answer Greek life and one of the biggest questions that got the most popularity. And with that, people found really good information, and they even DM'd us about more options on campus and how you can be involved other than Greek life. So we were able to see that from the comments, people also found it very beneficial, and they said obviously they'd want to share with other people, and it created even more profile vids because of it.
As previously stated, we wanted 300 profile visits on the Instagram that we made. But at the end of almost 2 weeks, we have almost 1,300 profile visits now. And we started out at the very first week only having about 12 followers, but now we're almost at 300. And we have seen after every post that we've shared that at least 8 people share the post each time we share it, and that they've also sent it to other people or they've liked the content that we've shared. And now that we see how many followers that we have gained, we see the page going now could go a lot of ways. We see that freshmen have reached out asking for advice, and we're able to be there for them and give that advice right on the spot when they need it most. So we see ourselves maybe pairing up with the Bronco shop to help get out apparel or even other things that Boise State does within that department. We could even see ourselves doing with athletics or shooting out for the stars and maybe the head of Boise State itself. Wherever we end up, we know that this page has really helped a lot of freshmen and given them very great insight.